What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. So P. Diddy got denied bail, and I know it's crazy, but the thing of this is I believe he saw it coming. Not just the bail part, but also the whole situation. I believe he saw it coming. P. Diddy's been mighty quiet. I'm talking about very quiet since this shit hit the fan and his homes got raided. He's been off the map, the beaten path. Nobody's seen him like that. I guarantee you. He hadn't been in the media, at least. Definitely. Personally, of course, that's different, but it is what it is. Listen, look, we're gonna see what happened. This is right after the trial was over. Well, the situation was over. Not the trial, but the arraignment. Here we go.
And we're back with some breaking news. A federal detention hearing for Sean Diddy Combs has just ended, and CNN's Kara Scannell is outside the courthouse in New York. Kara, obviously, this is a huge case. What just happened?
Jake. So the magistrate judge overseeing this hearing today has remanded Sean Diddy Combs into custody after he was charged with that sex trafficking case. He was let out of the courtroom by the U.S. Marshals, and he will be held in federal detention as this case moves forward. Now, this followed a lengthy hearing with both prosecutors and Diddy's attorneys, arguing reasons why he should be kept behind bars and why he should be released. Diddy's lawyers saying that he has taken voluntary steps, including turning over his passport to his lawyers, saying he would report any of his movements to prosecutors. But the judge finding that that was just not enough. She said, "My concern is that this is a crime that happened behind closed doors, even when pretrial services is monitoring." So she said there was nothing that his lawyers had offered that made her feel comfortable that he would return to this courthouse for subsequent court hearings and for.
Damn. Ooh, Diddy. Man. Damn, boy. Hope you had fun. Shit, man. Oh, my goodness. So, okay, yes, it is what it is at this point. Of course, they denied him bail. They felt like he was a flight risk. Also, if that's the case, I think they really possibly may have some things on him. Shit, man, this is what happens. Listen, look, this man had more than one home. It's impossible for him to keep up with every damn thing that he's collected over the years. Now, it's just impossible. I'm sorry. He probably didn't had drunk nights when he recorded some shit and don't even remember it, but it's at the house some damn where out there, just set to the side or something. But I mean, just being honest with you though, they have to have something so in order to deny bail. Because after they disclose to his lawyer, which I don't think they've done that yet. I mean, that means disclose the evidence because they have to. They have to disclose the evidence to his lawyer. So this is a criminal case. They have to expose the evidence. So I guess his lawyer haven't gotten the evidence yet. So they want to keep him locked up because once they give the lawyer the evidence, it's probably going to be over with. All right, let's keep going.
For trial, she said that it was both his substance abuse and the fact that some of this physical abuse that's been alleged occurred when he was using drugs and alcohol, that was the reason why she couldn't trust that he would not commit any additional crimes while he was left on bail. So Sean Diddy Combs is not going to be walking out this door. He is in federal custody where he will be unless his lawyers are able to convince a different judge to release him.
Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise, and they actually named it in the indictment, the Combs Enterprise. And they said that this enterprise consisted of him as the alleged leader, his employees, assistants, staff, allegedly, that were able to procure women and alleged male sex workers to engage in performances for his own sexual gratification. Where it differs from
So, okay, if this is alleged how they trying to play the game here, so now that means he had to have help. So if they enterprise the situation, the thing of it is, I think they want more than just him. Like if they enterprised it, and they can hit the enterprise under the RICO Act, which means everybody that was involved that actually helped him get away or do any damn thing. Because I mean, come on now, he just couldn't have done all this shit alone. Like, let's just keep this honest out here.
What the French coast is there to think about?
Let's just keep this honest. He couldn't have done all this shit alone. So if they allegedly have, if they allegedly have solid evidence, the reason why they wanted to keep him locked up. So man, okay. Yeah, the Enterprise shit. Yeah, I see where they going. They trying to RICO this damn thing. They got some eyes on some other people too.
A mob indictment. It has all the elements of putting together this racketeering allegation of all these moving
the RICO Act.
Pieces using resources from his businesses. But the fact that this is about an allegation of sexual gratification being accomplished by alleged human trafficking. It's one of the most unique indictments I've ever seen in this area, in the area of sex crimes, because the government isn't actually prosecuting the sex crimes other than the human trafficking or the sex trafficking. They're not prosecuting any type of alleged sexual abuse to women, although that's part of this racketeering scheme. But the actual charges are racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transporting individuals over state lines to engage in prostitution. The reasoning around all of this, his alleged motivation as presented in that indictment by the government is for his own personal gratification. And that's just the strangest type of indictment I've ever seen. But I agree with you. This indictment it's very disturbing. The facts presented are out of, a very bad Hollywood story. And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami. And
right, exactly. Yeah, so he had something left up in that house. Whether he forgot about it or anything like that, or if he knew, or even if he remembered the last second when he heard they were finna raid his shit, he probably remembered right then, like, damn, I forgot. I gotta put this. Man, however it went down, Diddy knew something was coming, bro. He definitely did. Let's keep going.
Los Angeles, and the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these sexual performances that have been named freak-offs, and there seems to be a ton of evidence allegedly tying this scheme together. So
right, that means they got people in them videos as well. Let's not play ourselves here. Let's not play ourselves out there. They got people in them videos. If he was around there taping these freak-offs, and allegedly we hear about the freak-offs, is people involved in the freak-off. It ain't just him and 2 people. Like, they in there having like orgies or some shit like that. So they got people in this video, on those footages that, I'm pretty sure don't want to be seen on those footages. That's what that means.
It's an interesting way of prosecuting it, but I understand why they did it that way.
So what did you make of what Elizabeth Wagmeister just reported? And obviously, Sean Diddy Combs and his attorneys they're gonna get their day in court. But the idea that the government, in their characterization, does not say that anybody did any of these things non-consensually. What do you make of that?
I make of that as being a big flaw already in the government's case, which the defense was quick to point out. Even if he was engaging in this alleged conduct, there was no allegation or no statement in that indictment saying that any of these alleged victims or alleged witnesses willingly participated in some of these acts that people find offensive, that sound to be offensive. And that's a very important part of the case. What was the consent? But there are enough charges here where outside of what the alleged victims are going to say about how he was using the resources allegedly from his enterprises, his businesses, his well-known Bad Boy Entertainment, his clothing line resources, his liquor line resources. Allegedly, there were funds used from that resources to engage in this alleged prostitution activity across state lines. And that's why it's a federal case, because it's across straight lines. So there are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like just from reading this 14-page indictment that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
So the Office of the Southern District of New York seems awfully confident about their ability to handle the scope and complexity of the case. But still, why do you think it took them so long for them to go after Combs, considering they allege his crimes have been going on for more than a decade?
My theory is that the government had an easy time putting together this final prosecution because of all the civil actions existing against Sean Combs right now.
Yeah, right. Exactly. When Cassie took her ass up in there and she sat down and she talked to P. Diddy, she was like, listen, look, I just want a little shake. Just throw me in a little shake or two. He told her ass no. And here we are now. Yeah, basically. That's when she went and sued for the 30 million, got the 30 million, and here we go. That's how it all excuse me, y'all. That's how it all falls down. Right here, right now. This is where we at now. Yeah, you should have paid her off, Diddy. You should have paid her ass off, real talk, very quietly, for whatever she was asking for first. Because he done already lost, what, 100 million to the old dude and shit. I can't think of his name. But they didn't. He the one that the old dude, the one the case against him for 100 million. Come on now, Jesus Christ, Diddy. Oh my goodness. When the house fall, it falls fast. Hey.
You can't make this shit up.
Can't make this shit up.
The case with Cassie, which that video was shown, his former girlfriend, where he was seen assaulting her. It looked like certainly that he was assaulting her on video. I think the government and investigators were able to accumulate all this easy evidence that was just handed to them from the attorneys who prepared the civil cases that are now pending against him. I think things just started piling up, and eventually Sean Combs got to a place where his luck ran out, and therefore he was indicted and arraigned.
Hey, and that's just the truth. And that video that came out was so horrific, and we all know it was. It just is what it is. Seeing what Diddy did to that girl, regardless of how it was going down. I mean, he was pounding her out. That's hey, that's a bad look, a very bad look, and disgusting. So, yeah, man. And that's what led to them being able to get a search warrant. I guarantee you at that point. And that's just kind of how it's going down. Yeah, when the when the house fall, it falls fast. Yes, I said it again. When the house fall, it falls fast. And it is what it is, though, man. Shout out to all my subscribers out there. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.